Welcome to Trading Lounge and the tech stocks, US tech stocks, and we're looking at the tech sector here with the XLK. And as you can see from the low here, we'll start from the low. We have 1 and 2 here, and we're going up for wave 3 over here, and then we'll have wave 4 and wave 5 over here. Don't take any of this too seriously where I'm putting these, just sort of roughly doing that, and then we'll have a correction over here. So between 2 and 3 here, we're looking for 5 waves. So wave 1 is clear and 2 is clear, and then we're looking up for wave 3, 4 here. Wave 4s can pull back to the wave 4s of 1 lesser degree, but you can see that this blue one is higher than the previous one here, so we could also look at this one being higher here as well. Now, so 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 here. Between 2 and 3, we're looking for 5 waves in blue, 1 and 2 here, and then 3, 4, and then 5 here. One of the problems I had, if you've got a bit of a keen eye to count, we're looking for 5 waves between wave 4 here and wave 5 here. Okay, so I was sort of assuming that this would be wave 1 and 2, which would be right, and then wave 3 here, then looking for wave 4, and then looking for wave 5 here. If this wave 4 over here overlaps wave 1 here, which it has done at the moment, well then we will need to put this wave 5 in here and this wave 3 in here, and we'll need to look at this as 1 and 2 and a little 3, 4, 5 in here, and I'll explain that when we look at the NASDAQ. So we're in wave 4 here at the moment, and we're in the final stages of that wave 4 as well. So not too long to go here. So we had the ADP figures, which were better than people, so it was good news, bad news scenario. And that's a lead into the employment figures coming in on the Friday as well. So that would all be priced in for Friday's event. So I do think that we've got this would be, let's just assume this is a C wave here of an A and a B and a C, a little bit more complicated than that. And then once that's completed, then we can push up for wave 5. And as this moves into here, you know that we're going to get sort of support into this area through here. Okay. So in this particular instance here, for this particular market, we are, well, 72 is the next one here. 72.20 is roughly the support there for that. That's part of minor group 2 if you're a little bit clued in with the trading levels idea. And then we'll have wave 5 up here. So yeah, so wave 4s are a bit of a nightmare. And there's obviously small ones, big ones, and all sorts of things. And this is a medium minor level degree here. So it's got a bit of a whack. It's cohort over here is, this 1 and 2 here. This one here and this one here will have a relationship. This was actually quite big, really, compared to this move here. So normally one of them is going to be complex and one is going to be simple. Anyway, I just thought that I'll just show this sort of bigger picture here, and these situations here as well. The length of wave 1, if the extension's in wave 3 here, then the length of wave 1 here could be the length of wave 5 here. So we may be able to sort of stretch that out a bit, but I always like to go on the conservative side, but we'll be sort of up here somewhere with that. We'll see how we go. And wave 1 here, because the extension's in wave 3, wave 1 here, and wave 5 will also be roughly the same as well. Take that with a pinch of salt. After we get that wave 4 here, and the wave 4 here, if we take that, I'd like to stretch it up to 200, but I'll just put it there. And wave 4 coming back and sitting into this consolidation, and then wave 5 up, pushing up here about here, and then we'll have a larger correction here. So in this case, it will play out across this particular price point here is what we call a major level. So it'll carry a fair bit of weight. I mean, other markets will be doing different things, but they all seem to gravitate around large numbers. So in a way, across the top here, we'll be looking at this pattern here, the arrival for wave 3, 4, and 5, and then an ABC pattern that in this case won't be a wave 4, be deeper, so it'll be wave 2. So, but anyway, that's what we're looking for at that point. Okay, so that just gives us a bit of a broad picture, and then we go. I wanted to talk about just for a moment this wave 4 to wave 5 here and justify that here. So the only way I can justify that is by looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up here for 3, 4, 5. So here we can look at wave 2 here being complex and wave 4 being simple. We normally view it the other way around. The guideline of alternation, we normally view wave 2 as being simple and wave 4 being complex, but it's the other way around in this case. It's the best fit. Is it the right fit? We'll know in due course. And this particular correction here, we're looking at an A wave here, an ABC for the A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here for the B wave. So an A and a B, and we're looking for 5 waves here. I'll pull this apart a bit further when I do the indices video next, but just to give you a bit of an idea, like we've got a little bit more to go here. So Thursday, we could see the market sort of finding support and shoring up, and I think Friday and Monday will be the bullish days. So tomorrow we're going to be looking for long trade setups in the market. Okay, so today there's no trades, and today is just about understanding how different stocks are going to finish off, and they're herd animals, so they'll all pretty much do the same thing. That said, they've all got their own different types of patterns here. Many of them are the same but different, but they should all sort of turn around the same time. So let's cruise in and have a look. So with Apple here, we can look at this here as the A wave, the B wave here. You could put the B wave over here as well. But I wanted to give this another leg down here, so something like this here, and then that's the 38.2% retracement level there, so something finishing off like this. Now, I can easily get this wrong, but the main point with all of these stocks that we're going to look at, it's highly likely that there is another leg down, so we just have to do nothing except observe. Okay, so yeah, I could probably squeeze this out a bit more, but it doesn't really matter. I could view this in different ways, but I think this is the best way to view it at this point. I could probably use some WXYs, but you still end up with the same result. Whichever way you go, you kind of end up with the same result. So tomorrow, I just want to see how this lands, and all we're looking for tomorrow from Thursday is some sort of, you know, the afternoon session shoring up a little bit, you know, seeing 5 waves off the low. You could use this 5 waves or use a larger one and the trading levels, and we're looking for something as sort of simple as that. That would be our trigger. If you can identify 5 waves here, then you can buy back at the 61.8% and looking for a 5-3-5 structure and buying on the low, and then even drilling in here to the first little 5 waves and use the levels, and you can refine it right down to micro levels or micro price points. So that's just trading levels thing. So yeah, but anyway, that's the gist of it. So you've seen the bigger picture, you've seen where the NASDAQ is, and these are the stocks that are creating those particular patterns. So yeah, that's that really. Could we just go straight up from here? Possibly. And if you see, this is why I put the 38.2% retracement level here. It don't take that, you know, take that with a pinch of salt, because really it's the wave 4 of one lesser degree and the 38.2%. If this level became a tested support, you know, using something very simple like that, if that was the 38.2% and it gave a support there and took out the highs, then you need to go long on that, you know, or it could be like this, you know, this type of pattern here. This is the most common pattern where it migrates from being support, you know, resistance to support. So if this market, you know, if you're unsure and you see the market up at 195 here, then you know, like, this is, you know, we're on our way at this point. And that said, you know, this move up here will be a nice move. It'll be up here somewhere. The bigger the correction, the better the move. That's not quite true, but the accumulation process across here will equal the distribution process to the upside. But there's always caveats with that, you know, like coming into large numbers here, they attract larger flies, so to speak, and you know, they can stall the market at that point. Okay, enough rabbiting on. This is Amazon here. So from this wave 3 here, we've got the A wave, the B wave, and we're looking for the C wave here. So some sort of ABC pattern in here. Wave 4s can get complicated, so this could get complicated. Don't overthink it. Just observe it. Don't need to do anything. We're just looking for 5 waves coming off this previous low here. It'll probably spike down and take any stops out from all that, you know, all the normal stuff. But you can see here we've got a reasonable, I mean, this 5 waves here is a little bit dodgy, but it's still the best fit as 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here for 1 and 2, and the 3rd wave here. You could probably put this over here too, I guess, and then do some other things and put this over here maybe and do a few things like that, you know, but it doesn't really matter too much. We're not far off the issue anyway, so I'll leave that at that. So I was thinking some sort of A wave, B wave, and C wave coming down, you know. So it's the impulse wave, this sort of structure here, this one here, this one here. You want to see this over here. I think this one, I mean, this could be it. They could just go straight up from there. But Wednesday, yeah. Anyway, they're Wednesday and Thursday, what I call the swing days, because I think they kind of match up with a lot of announcements that basically come out of the markets, you know. So let's just cruise along. So this is NVIDIA. So you can see that they're all doing the same sort of thing in one way or another. I mean, they're not all like this, but wave 3 over here in this case. And the reason I believe that the market's bullish is because this move here is corrective. It's in 3 waves, not 5 waves. So whatever happens here, this is all corrective here. So this can push up to here, 38.2% in the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, and then spike down. And you need to identify that 5 waves coming up here. If you can identify the 5 waves, then you're good to go at that point. So it's just a matter of identifying an impulse wave. But we'll see tomorrow. We'll pick up the pieces and hopefully we'll be over here somewhere, hopefully tomorrow. So we'll be able to kind of figure it out and see what it looks like, you know. Meta is a little bit different. So if I just do what the other markets are doing and have a little rally here and then a move down, I can see I've got 5 waves here already. So if it does do this here and comes over here, then I've got a different issue at this point. I'd have to look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, you know. I have to put that over here. I'd have to put this over here. So it would change a little bit at this time. I'd probably have to do that, but I'll just chill a little bit. It means that, yeah, it's it means I'd have to look at this as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. And if I have to do that, then I have to move this over to here and this over to here and this over to here for that. Unless I could use this as an A and a B. I think that's another way to look at it, actually. So I'm just going to put this back over here. Sorry, I mean, it's a bit of an awkward situation that we've got ourselves into here. So I could put this over here and look at this. I'm just doing this for myself in a way. So I'd still have to, I'd see when I get spiky tops like that, and I know that I need to put the wave 3 there, but normally I just sort of put this over here on this one here. So that's why I feel like I could use this one here, you know. And that would give me 3 waves up anyway, so that would be a nice B wave at that point. So basically, if it does this, now I've got 2 counts, and they're both important because this wave 4 here would be lining them up with the rest of the market, you know. So this is almost like a running flat here. Well, it is in that case. So we've either got that, or if this happens here, then I'll have to put wave 1 over here and look for this as an ABC. So there's a couple of ways to view this. I kind of like the wave 4 over here because then it lines it up with the rest of the markets. Not all the markets, but other markets. Netflix here, we've had this down here as wave 4. And looking at this case, we've got quite a nice 5 waves up here. So I'm just going to stay with this. I mean, I understand that when I look at this here, I'd have to go the A wave, the B wave here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe I get something like this and then like this, and then we go up, and then I can use that as the ABC. I'm not quite sure just yet with this, but we don't have, we can't get our teeth into this one just yet. So we'll see what that looks like tomorrow, but we're nearly there. And Alphabet is a little bit different. Well, yeah, I guess so. We could do a running flat here too, but wave 3 and 4 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. I mean, there's 3 waves up here, so we could look at it as a B wave up here, but we'll see. I'll see if I get a clear 5 waves down here. So I won't do much today on this. I'll see if I get a clear 5 waves down here and an overlap of wave 1 here as well. So there's different ways to look at this. So we won't do anything with this at the moment, but yeah, I mean, as far as the crow flies, we'll be sort of looking for the same sort of thing, really, something like this. You know, if you get a classic trading levels pattern on the 30 here, then you can use that to go long. The arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, this pattern here, you know, I mean, the breakout's important, but most of the time with the breakout, you're going to, it's going to come back and check support. So we don't worry about it. If it goes through a price point like this, it takes a lot of effort to do that. So it runs out of steam, so you keep working it down that way. Everything is important. Everything is connected. Getting a bit philosophical there, but I didn't mean to. Bit too early in my morning for that. Microsoft. Look, I have to say this one here, I'm unsure of the count. I can see that I can count it 3 different ways, the move down here. So I don't have any faith in myself at this particular pattern. But the other markets are looking for a 4 and a 5. So I'll just stay with that and see what this looks like tomorrow, okay? So yeah, I won't go into the other counts on that. Doesn't really make much difference at this point. And Tesla, we've got to go back to our original count here. So the A wave here, the A, B, and C for the B wave here, and also coming down here further. So this could actually come down even further. This could do some other weird stuff here. So I was looking at this as basically wave 1 here, and then 1, 2, 3, the third of the third here being the strongest, the fourth didn't overlap, came back strong. Not the best looking 5 waves here, but there's 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the third, fourth and fifth. Not too many rules broken, and don't think there's not much damage there. And just looking for a 38.2% where it is now, but there's 5 waves there by the looks of it. So we're going to see some little move up here higher. This wave 4 is pretty high as well. Anyway, we don't need to do anything here. We'll just wait it out, okay? If it sort of moves up off here, let's just say I made a terrible mistake and we've got 1 and 2 here, and then I'm thinking something like this, and then down. But if it pushes up here for wave 3, 4, and 5 up here, don't FOMO it out, because it will come back and we'll get it on the pullback. And if you can clearly see a 5 waves here, then you could buy it back at the low here. But do wait till you get 5 waves in this last structure here. That's pretty important as wave C. I mean, I always wait till the low comes in, see what price point I got. If it's like 5 here, that's where the support is going to be. And then I wait for the next 5 waves up here. And then I come back for the little ABC. And then I start moving in. Because and if that gets triggered here, then I can put my stop here. So I've tightened it up a lot more, so it means you can have a, much better risk reward ratio, which is extremely important. So, yeah, so that's the whole gamut of the tech stocks. So, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.